Hi, this is Steve Davis over at Total Wealth Academy, and this is Investor Tip Tuesday. Today's tip, never use a conventional loan to buy rental property. Now, are there exceptions to this rule? Yes. If somehow you find a perfect property that needs no rehab, it's just perfect, ready to go, yet for some reason you can still buy it 20-30% below market, then use a conventional loan. But that's not what we're doing as a rule. Almost every property that we buy needs rehab, anywhere from $5,000 to $75,000. We're buying beat up pieces of crap property and making them top notch, top of the neighborhood. The reason we do is because that's how we get these deep discounts. An example I'm going to use is a $200,000 home. The after repaired value is $200,000 and I picked it up for $120,000. Why? Because it needed $40,000 worth of rehab. It was a disaster. So if I used a conventional loan, and let's look at it on this slide so you see the comparison. If I used a conventional loan, I would have had to have put the $40,000 rehab out of my pocket. I would have had to have paid the closing costs out of my pocket and 20% down, or $24,000. Using a conventional loan, this deal would have been $67,000 out of pocket. What you want to use is a thing called a bridge loan or a hard money loan. They call it hard money because it has a very high interest rate, as high as 13%. Now, why would we use a loan like that with such a high interest rate? Because we only use it for about 2 months and the loan includes the rehab money. So it cuts our down payment dramatically. Look at it. Same purchase price, same rehab, but you'll notice in the red is what we have to come out of pocket. $6,000 for closing costs, $10,000 down payment, and when we refinance into a conventional after 2 months, we're going to pay another $4,000 in closing costs. So what that brings our total out of pocket to is $20,000, not $67,000. So let's look at your cash on cash rate of return. Because you did not finance the rehab, you're going to have higher cash flow with a conventional loan. So it's going to be about $550 a month. With your hard money loan, you're only going to make about $400 a month profit. But let's look at the cash on cash rate of return. With a conventional loan, where you put $67,000 down, $6,600 in profit, gives you about a 9% rate of return. Not bad. But look at using a hard money loan. Only $20,000 out of pocket, $4,800 a year in cash flow. That's a 24% rate of return. When you're making 20+% rate of return, that's what makes you rich. That's what builds wealth. Unfortunately, 7.5% like the stock market gives you, or 9%, is not going to get you wealthy in a short period of time. So, Investor Tip Tuesday is, do not use conventional loans to buy rental property. Always use a bridge or hard money loan. We have 7 different lenders at Total Wealth Academy that can help you with that. That's Investor Tip Tuesday. Thanks for watching.